Leave it all to me. Okay, we're back. Transition. Music. Go. Yo, chill out. Welcome back to Idle Talk. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend.
Hello,
Fabrian.
Deadpool.
Fabrian's back.
The Deadpool.
Back from summer vacation. We established today, Deadpool Day, that Fabrian was going to be Deadpool. Because, you know, maybe if he goes into another universe and is Deadpool, he won't have anxiety. He'll just be Deadpool. So, most likely to be Deadpool,
Hey,
Fabrian.
put a mask. I might not have anxiety.
Exactly.
You won't have to look at me.
And you guys remember when he did his Spider-Man costume? The streets was really commenting on that picture.
Okay.
They see it. They see the vision. They see Fabrian's vision. All right, Fabrian.
Yes.
How crazy do we want to jump into Deadpool and Wolverine? Or is it versus Wolverine?
It's Deadpool and Wolverine.
And Wolverine.
Yeah. I say we jump into it. No or light spoilers. Try to keep it as light as possible. It is day of. No one's gotten a chance to watch it.
This is going to come out tomorrow, probably.
That's
Saturday.
what I'm saying.
Saturday. I'll edit it at work tomorrow. I'll put it together.
If I gotta break it down,
What would you rate it first?
First,
Rate it, yeah.
if I'm giving
5
like
stars.
recent bias, 5 out of 5, dog.
5 out of 5. That movie was kind of fire.
I'm not gonna fucking hold you. That shit was kind of fire,
I
bro.
feel like you didn't
the
have
end
to
game
watch
of the Fox universe, like I said it when I was watching it. It's the end game of the Fox universe.
and it's not even like that big of a deal, though.
Yeah, but it's
but
that,
it is. It's like
it's good.
It's like an end game of Fox, which was funny as shit. Because what's up with this beef between Fox and Ryan Reynolds? Why was he like
I don't know.
hounding that point that this is not Fox anymore?
Probably they didn't give him what he wanted to do or whatever the fuck, or they didn't want to sell.
How many movies did Fox make with Deadpool? Two? That's it?
Well, if you count the X-Men Wolverine Origins when he first played Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson, yeah.
And 4, I guess. But I think right after that movie, he's always talked to Fox about how he wanted his own movie, and they're like, it won't work. It will never work. Deadpool isn't a profitable character. And then he was like, he's like, I will show y'all that it will work. And then he leaked a test footage. I think it blew up, and then
He leaked it himself?
yeah. Well,
Nah,
I mean, allegedly.
I didn't know Ryan Reynolds was built like that.
Allegedly.
I didn't know.
Allegedly.
That's actually kind of fire if he did that, for real.
And so, yeah. And so then the trailer went crazy. They made Deadpool 1, and it was the highest grossing R-rated film for a long time until I think something else beat it. But I don't know.
I mean,
And then 2 came out.
I watched the first one. I liked it. Second one, barely watched it. I don't remember the movie at all, to be honest with you. And the third one was pretty fire. My most memorable one.
If I had to choose, if I had to rank them, I'd say 3, 1, 2.
I'd say the same thing, because I don't remember what number 2 was like.
But it's kind of sucks that they didn't bring Cable back, I guess. Spoiler, you don't see Cable. They speak
Cable.
about him. They bring him up a few times.
Like 4 times.
Yeah, but
For some reason.
they don't show him. And,
Yeah, why didn't...
I don't know. I
what's
don't know
the-
why they couldn't
what's
get
the
Josh
tea?
Brolin to come back. He could have been Cable and Thanos in this movie now that they have both properties.
Oh, he could have.
Because he plays both characters.
That's insane.
Which I don't know why they didn't. That would have been the perfect opportunity for that. That would have been so funny.
That would have been hilarious.
But hey, I guess they just didn't, or I guess they didn't want to convolute it because Cable is a whole mess of shit and a time traveler, and it's a whole bunch of bullshit.
And the TVA was gonna get his
Yeah,
ass. Probably
so I
got
guess
his ass.
they probably did get his
Probably
ass.
got his ass. So
For
TVA's in here for some
TVA,
reason.
Yep, Loki. They talk about Loki.
Season 1, episode 5.
What do you think about the villain, Cassandra Nova?
Cassandra Nova.
Or
I have no idea who that is, dog.
Do we want to spoil it?
You just did.
No,
You
I'm
just
saying.
said it.
I'm saying. Well, she was always rumored to be the villain of the bet. I'm talking about the TVA guy. If we want to spoil the fact that he's kind of the villain, maybe.
Yeah. He was
Kind of
giving
the
villain
villain.
vibes.
Yeah.
Just no vibe check, not passed. Bro, try to change the game.
But
I
he's
guess.
funny. Because at the end, he started being like, damn, there was heroes all
Yo,
along.
that was funny as shit. Bro tried to save his ass, thinking like, oh
save his own
yeah, I
ass.
did the
Like
heroic thing.
Like they won't ever catch on him.
And then boom,
But-
tables have
yeah,
turned.
but no spoilers, no
Turntables.
spoilies.
Turntables, obviously.
But yeah, I'd give it a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Good ass film. I think Ryan Reynolds hit it out of the fucking park.
Nah, he did.
I'm not even joking. I think he did a good job for what the fuck he had to go through. You remember the writer's strike that was happening? He was filming this while that was happening.
No
He was writing the script when every other writer was off work.
That's
so
funny.
I hope this does really well.
This is a writer strike movie?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't realize.
So hopefully this does really well, and they, keep giving that man writing jobs and Deadpool jobs, because I don't just as much as Hugh Jackman is the only person I see like playing that character like Wolverine. I don't see anyone playing Deadpool better than Ryan Reynolds ever.
True, I almost spoiled something crazy.
I don't.
You know exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah.
But I'm being honest. I don't see anybody else playing Deadpool but Ryan Reynolds, and I think he knocked it out of the park this time. Even like, there's a lot of comedic times that made me laugh, and he's very funny in it. Even sometimes where like Deadpool can be super cringy, and there's times where like they ground it and they make you feel what he's feeling, and I'm like, damn. There's times where I was like, damn, this is like
real.
Deep.
There's
yeah,
real
like
shit going
I'm
on.
like, this shit is emotional right now. Like what? Like when. Small spoiler, like when they get into their kerfuffle, Wolverine and Logan and Wolverine start going off on him, and I was like, that shit hurted me, and I'm not even Deadpool.
He was violating him.
I was like, that shit hurted me, and I'm not even Deadpool. And Deadpool was like, you know what, dog? You're right. I'm gonna shut up, but we're fighting. Like he was like, hands, dog. Like you disrespected me.
You hurt my feelings.
Pretty much.
It's not gonna go unchecked.
Pretty much. He was like, yeah, you hurt my feelings, and I'm gonna fight you. So. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's times where he like jokes really well, and there's times where he's like, you know what, I don't want to make a joke. I want to be serious now. So I think Ryan Reynolds did fantastic. I think everyone that was in the movie did really good. I don't want to spoil it. I think
everybody did really good.
Yeah, I think every single person did good for what they had.
Yeah, facts.
And I think whoever played Cassandra Nova, scary fucking villain for as little as they used her.
Yeah, I don't even know who that actress
scary
was.
Fucking villain. In the comic book, it's a whole. Thank God they didn't use her comic book story origin. So you remember in the X-Men show that we watched, that space lady that Xavier marries, basically.
Yes.
So she explains that every single person when they're born has a mirror opposite, basically, and they're called a mumu dry in her culture. And so Xavier's Mumu Drive, it's supposed to be an imaginary mirror, basically. But because Xavier was a mutant and his telepathic powers are so extremely strong, it gave that thing life. And it became his twin. But she wasn't supposed to be an actual thing. She wasn't supposed to be born. Yeah. So then when Xavier realized it in the womb that she was a thing, he murdered her. He strangled her with an umbilical cord. In the comic books. And then
he's crazy.
And then some shit happens where like she comes back by making her own body in the sewers, like a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of convoluted, but they didn't use a lot of it, and thank God they didn't. They very narrowed it down. She's like, I was the aborted twin, and they pruned me here, and I was like, all right, cool, thank you, I'll take that. I don't need all the other random shit.
That made a lot of sense to me.
I was like, I'll take it, and I loved her powers. That shit was scary. Bro, the body horror that they were using for her stuff was sick, bro.
Yo, bro got fingered.
Oh, there was all. So basically, you know how Charles can read minds and move things with his mind without ever having to touch you, right? Like he can read your. She has to touch you, so that's why she does all that creepy touchy
She
stuff.
sticks her fucking fingers in his brain.
There's times where I was like, she seems way scarier and more powerful than Charles. She ripped. I'm not gonna say nothing, but she did some crazy shit.
Oh yeah, she did
some crazy shit that I was like, whoa!
First 2 minutes of her fucking appearance, she did some wild ass shit.
Whoa! And it seems like she cannot die as long as her powers are activated.
Yeah.
Because as long as it was on, she was like, oh, I could keep healing.
Facts.
But then they put something on her and then she couldn't use her power, and then she was like, I'm gonna die if y'all don't let go.
Yeah.
But even then, she was like, I don't give up. We're all dying.
I'll kill both of y'all, and then I'll still die.
That's what. Great villain. Use her again, please. Even though I guess they can't now, but use her again. She was good.
Yeah, she was good. That was a good actress. Well, I guess that's the problem with the multiverse, right? You could just jump on a different story.
They also talked about that. They were like, yeah,
jump here, bullshit. Jump there. A lot of the so when he got rejected, wait, should I even say that?
You could let's make a spoiler thing now.
Okay, spoiler.
So from here on out, audio and video listeners, if you're watching and you haven't seen Deadpool, this is going to be released 2-3 days after the movie has been released.
Saturday.
So you have. I'm gonna give you 2 to 3 days to watch before you have to come. I mean, you don't even gotta listen. Click off, whatever. But spoilers. Go ahead.
So The reason why Deadpool gets in this movie is because he wanted to be an Avenger. Was that on the Avengers of his Earth or Avengers of our Earth?
So
where's the MCU?
From what I understood, right, is that once in our world, right, Disney bought out Fox, his universe is now merged, right? So then he went to the MCU's Avengers and been like, hey, now that our universes are merged and we can interact with each other, can I be an Avenger? And then Happy Hogan was like, I don't know if you qualify, big dog.
He's like, what do you qualify, driver?
He was cooking his ass.
He was like,
he really was cooking us.
He's like, us? What do you mean,
Wait,
us?
Are you an Avenger?
He's like, Avengers adjacent. He's like, he kept violating him, and he wanted to be on the team. That's the funny part.
So yes, like you said, he goes into this meeting. He's trusted, and they're like, no, we don't want you, dog.
That's crazy.
You're useless. You don't matter.
That's fucked up.
Sucks,
The Avengers did that. That's crazy. I think that was an interesting part, though. That was cool.
Do you think they'd really want someone with that much of a potty mouth on the Avengers?
Nah.
And that much of like body horror and gore? When did you see that at the Avengers? Never.
Never, actually.
Yeah,
I mean,
they can't have
Doctor
him.
Strange was kind of
a little bit.
But you didn't even see
man got murked. At least a version of him got murked.
Oh yeah, facts. It was using his body as a base.
No, that was Giant Man. That was Ant-Man. Ant-Man got murked too.
Oh, where's Ant-Man?
He was the giant base.
That's what I said.
You said Strange.
No, I said they were using his body as a base.
Yeah, that was Ant-Man.
Exactly. You said that. No, that was Giant Man. I'm like, what the fuck? You just said that.
But I'm talking about Doctor Strange.
I was not talking about Doctor Strange. I'm talking about Ant-Man. Oh. Anyway, Doctor Strange just gets killed in this movie. Ryan Reynolds makes it off screen, but Ryan Reynolds says, "Oh, it's the MCU circles." I thought that was funny as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So they murked a Doctor Strange, and then they took his. Well, Cassandra took his ring, and she was like, "I'm gonna use this whenever I decide I want to dip." But she fucked with the Void. She didn't want to leave. No. She was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make everybody else universe disappear. I'm the Void. Make that the vein, the sacred timeline."
Yeah, which one was the sacred timeline?
MCU is the 616. Yeah. The MCU is the sacred timeline as per Loki season, whatever the fuck.
Season 2, episode season 19, 1. Subsection B.
Yeah. They also they reference Eliath, the big monster from Loki.
Was it always like a dust storm?
Yeah, it's a big dust thing that if it eats you, you are erased from existence, like gone. Like you cannot be brought back. Like basically what was supposed to happen to Logan and Wolvie at the end of the movie is what he does. Basically.
Logan and Wolvie?
Deadpool and Wolvie, I guess. I said the same person twice.
You did. Anyway, the power of friendship saves the day.
Yeah,
and the movie concludes. And there's an end credit scene which reverts back to a crucial point in the beginning, which was hilarious. But we don't want to spoil that. That's actually something. Yeah,
I don't want to spoil exact like
like some little things.
And what we see in it.
We'll just say
I'll throw some plot details so that what we're saying makes some sense. So we don't sound crazy talking about nothing.
No facts.
Half the time.
You'll be like, hey, remember when they did that?
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I fuck with the new suit. So Peter is wearing Deadpool's old suit, the one from Part 2.
And he was rocking that shit.
You think so?
No, hell no. Peter's disgusting.
And then,
can I comment on the suit?
What?
The suit looks like really bad quality. Is that because
really?
Fox doesn't make suits?
No, the old suits were always good. It's just the only thing was the saturation was way down. Like they didn't really make it
red.
Like they made it like slightly red, you know?
Yeah.
Like Daredevil red, like a dark red.
Yeah.
By the way, they bring him up.
They mention him.
I
don't know why.
I know why.
Oh, word? Go into it.
You said it why. Because Ben Affleck and...
Oh,
boy, I don't want to say... Never mind, you're right. I don't know why. I don't know why.
No, I generally didn't know why.
I don't know why.
I did comment about Ben Affleck's
I like the new suit. I like the adamantium katanas. That was sick.
We didn't get. Oh, we did get to see him use it. Yeah.
Yeah. What he
stabbed
everybody up with him
when they had that little
kerfuffle
when they violated each other.
Yeah.
They kept
you know what?
Each other.
For a movie that like they really delivered. Like every time that he was like the first time they fight, Deadpool's like, "Hey guys, I know y'all wanted to see this. We gonna let it happen.
He's like,
just enjoy it for a few minutes.
We about to fuck each other up a little bit.
Enjoy it, and it was good. Not that was the only time we would ever see them fight, but no, they fight a few times.
They
and
do
it's sick
fight
every
like
time.
Brothers. They fight like brothers. They
yeah,
beat the shit out of each other.
And it's because they can't.
They
Either of them can't die. So they were really abusive to each other.
They was really trying to kill each other. None
of them can die. Yeah,
that's the crazy part.
But like their chemistry, like I was like, I want to see them like be more friendly, because in the beginning of the film they're very like aggressive towards each other.
Yeah.
And I wanted them to see the friendly version of them, and yeah, they get a lot better. I like the buddy cop situation. I like where they ended off. And God, if this movie does good, please make more. I need
Deadpool
to see
and
more.
Wolverines.
Yeah, I like them. Even if
is
they
this
end
movie
up,
called Deadpool 3 technically?
It is technically the third film in the franchise. Yeah, but it is called Deadpool and Wolverine. And if they want to make a fourth and keep adding him in it, please do. If they want to make it a franchise, but it's just them two, and then they want to make another universe or make another version, because I guess technically he's not in the MCU now. He went back to his world because they restored it.
Yeah.
So what is it? I guess what the fuck does it mean?
I don't know.
Because he got into the MCU, but then they gave him his own world back, so he's not in the MCU, and now he brought that Wolvie into that world. So now are they just gonna have their own spinoff in that world?
Yeah, I think
universe?
so. I think it's in that world.
And then in the main MCU, are we gonna get another Deadpool and Wolverine, like another actor playing those characters? Because I'm okay with that.
Maybe
if we could keep the OGs doing the OG things, and then we get the MCU versions, I'm okay with it.
Maybe they just can coexist.
You just gotta pick which one. Yeah, it's just like there's two Batmen at once now.
Who?
James Gunn's Batman, and then the Batman, Robert Pattinson. Yeah,
and that's getting another movie.
Yep,
Batman
exactly.
too.
And it's
Penguin
two different
is supposed
universes,
to breach,
and that's also part of the Batman.
The two movies together allegedly.
So if Marvel is going down that line, I'm with it. I'm with seeing Hugh Jackman be Wolverine till 90, and I'm with someone else like. I don't know.
You about to go crazy with that one.
Who would you like to see in the MCU as Wolvie? If you had to pick somebody.
I didn't want to say because I thought they picked it for me.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They picked it for me. I thought
I'm not even gonna lie. That was crazy.
I thought they was soft launching
something. That was great, bro. If they pick him, I'm gonna lose it. If they pick him for him, that's even the way he spoke in it. I was like, no way they're gonna make it sound like him or whatever. But it was good. He sounded like Wolverine. He was scary like Wolverine.
And then
dude, they need to do that.
Deadpool says a good line in there that I'm not gonna say, but I thought I was like, hey, you got a point. You got a point.
Yeah, I would listen. I would love that. If they use him, I think they should.
That guy, they should.
If not as Wolverine, at least it's something, right? Yeah. At least it's something, because he's a good actor.
Something. Speaking of something, did you hear that Batista? You know
he's in the MCU.
Yeah, man. What was his character?
Drax. The Destroyer.
He was like, he's feeding on Twitter or X.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I want to be in the DC universe. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, James.
He wanted to be Bane, but now he feels like he's too old to be Bane. He feels like maybe his body's not up to being Bane, because he's like.
Are you asking me who I would put him as in the James DCU?
Yeah, I wanted to know like
if I had
you don't have to put him in. You don't got to force a role for him.
Batista is a good ass actor. You want like a more comedic answer, like how he plays Drax, or do you want a more serious answer?
Just serious. I'm like because to me, I was
having him in like the Batman universe.
No, any universe. I'm just saying he really wanted at one point to be Bane. He says it in this interview that he did recently. But he just feels like he missed his chance to be Bane. Okay. But he wants to participate in that new DCU because of his relationship with James Gunn. Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out like who would you put him as in that.
For a more serious role, I'd put him as Wildcat.
Oh,
the boxer.
Yeah.
Who also
taught Batman how to box.
Who trains Batman. Yeah,
I know.
And if he's too old to play, Bane, make him the boxer who trains the little baby Batman or whatever.
That's actually
genius. And that's a very more serious character. He has a lot of good story. Yeah, he trains a lot of heroes. He trains Black Canary, Oliver Queen, the Arrow. He trains Batman. He trains a lot of people. So you could use him in that role, and I don't know, for more comedic that like coincide for more of a Drax typey feel. I don't know, man. I'm thinking of like Justice League characters. I'm like running down the list trying to see like what would work for him.
I don't know. Maybe that detective guy that has no face.
The Question?
Yeah.
Maybe. more serious role? You think the No,
It
that's
could
more
just-
serious.
But it could just be his voice.
Yeah, true.
He don't gotta have a face.
I don't know.
Martian
man.
Manhunter?
No, I don't think
Nah.
he'd be a good Martian Manhunter. That's too stoic.
He's not stoic.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough, at least. Dave Bautista. But yeah,
know,
I saw that tweet and I was thinking, I was like, well, who could he play? And you gave me some good
Metallo
answers.
Steel, maybe. He could be a villain.
A villain? Ooh. Nah,
Lex?
I think... nah, that's hilarious. Brawlic ass Lex
Luthor.
Luthor.
Some versions he is buff as hell.
I mean, yeah, that's true. You're right. You're
Some
absolutely
versions
right.
He is hella buff.
He's hella
so,
wide, too.
I don't know, man.
I like
mean,
that.
The
I like the
they've
Wildcat
picked-
answer.
Wildcat's like my first go. Like
I
big
think-
ass Brawlic dude who trains.
I think that's
young
an ingenious
superheroes.
idea, to be honest with you. I like that idea.
Make him Red Tornado. Oh, Red Tornado.
Red
would be
Tornado
sick.
go crazy.
And he could throw in some comedic, like I don't get the human emotions right because I'm a robot type shit.
That's actually funny as fuck.
So
Speaking
I
of Red
guess those-
Tornado, I was watching this TikTok edit compilation of Nightwing in the Young Justice.
I love that
universe.
version of-
I still it's so crazy to me that he shoulder tackled fucking Barry's grandson. What's his name?
Impulse.
Impulse. He fucking shoulder tackled him. I was like, that's actually kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. And
That
that
family.
that makes me want a fucking Nightwing show or like a Nightwing movie. I know he was in what was that movie? Titans. Titans
thought it
is
was
the
a
show.
show. Yeah. He was the main character.
Yeah, he was the main character.
He was
Yeah.
Robin, and then they gave him the Nightwing stuff and like.
Speaking of
another season.
Robin, I watched this TikTok compilation on Damian Wayne
Love him. That's my favorite Robin.
from the DCAU
My favorite Robin.
when they were like, when Beast Boy's like, yeah, like you know how to fuck up Superman, and then he just gives him the Bruce Wayne grin, and then he shanks fucking Superman with a kryptonite blade.
I love Damian Wayne.
When Trigon took over Superman, that's still so crazy how he just knows how to do that.
He's
I mean, he trained with Batman.
yeah.
I know that.
No, he trained with the League of Shadows.
No,
bro.
but then
the
he
Assassins.
like he has this,
And
like
then
the
he
same
became
pin
Batman,
code
yeah.
to Batman shit too. That's the crazy
And he
part.
became the Robin. So yeah.
Then I realized I'm like maybe Damian is the best Robin.
I mean, no. Technically, everyone says it's Nightwing. So I mean, that
But
is the
Nightwing is
golden
Nightwing.
boy. That
Nightwing
the
is
golden
Nightwing.
boy.
Nightwing's been trying to be Nightwing for mad
If
long.
I had to rank the Robins,
Tim is last.
really?
Tim gotta be last.
Damn, that's foul.
That is foul.
That's foul to Tim. Tim is mad smart.
He gotta be last. Wasn't Tim Drake
do-
the Robin from
I
the
do.
Batman 2004 animated show?
Maybe I don't know.
I think he was. And then he becomes Joker in the future in Batman Beyond. Same universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, in the animated it's Dick because he becomes Nightwing, but Tim becomes Robin after him, and then he does become Joker.
I'm talking
in
about
Batman
the
Beyond.
Batman.
He does become-
You know that Batman?
The one with the more like anime cartoony style, yeah,
And
with
then
the crazy dreadheaded
sometimes Green
Joker.
Arrow. Yeah.
He has like dreads and stuff.
Yeah, the dreadheaded
exactly.
Joker.
Yeah.
That's actually a sick
That's a
design.
sick-ass design.
That-
I know,
I'm
but they
thinking
never
about
used it
that.
again, and
They never did use it again.
it's because I think the voice actor was black and they didn't want to make it weird,
That's crazy.
so they gave him dreads.
They gave him
I don't know.
dreads.
I don't know to be honest.
Oh man. So that show is awesome. What else I was gonna say? Speaking of the Joker, did you see the leaks of
Joker
the
2?
newest trailer for Joker 2? They have closed
Gaga?
captions on there. Yeah, that somebody is describing the Joker as a martyr. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Do you want to know?
So I'm guessing he dies.
No. It was just a closed caption. It says the person who's speaking, like by name, that they haven't, I guess,
Who is it?
is Harvey Dent. It's like Harvey Dent's
Oh
talking
yeah, I
about the
did
Joker.
see that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you saw that? Yeah.
It says Dent on it.
Yeah.
I
I thought it was pretty cool.
But
I
is it
wonder.
gonna be Two-Face Harvey Dent
Probably
or just
not.
lawyer Harvey Dent?
I think it might just be prosecutor
Harvey Dent
Harvey
before
Dent,
he
yeah.
became
Which I
Two-Face?
think is pretty cool because we
Well,
had
everyone
that
uses
in the Batman.
No, everyone does Harvey Dent.
But I think
Every
that's,
version of Two-Face that you see in every show always goes, "We gotta show Harvey Dent's origin story."
true.
Every
I won't lie to
version
you,
is
every
always
version,
they
yeah.
always show Harvey Dent
But
before
I'm
he
saying,
becomes Two-Face.
I don't think in this universe they're
I
gonna
bet
change
you by
him
the
to
end of the
Two-Face.
film he gonna be Two-Face.
No
like,
way.
Every fucking version of
I don't think that's
every
true.
version of fucking Harvey Dent becomes Two-Face at the end of the movie.
I
That's
don't
it.
think he's gonna become Two-Faced
We'll
at
see.
all. I'm hoping.
I'm
this
a bet
is what
a
I hope.
quarter on it.
I hope that.
I bet a quarter that he becomes Two-Face at the end
I
of
hope
that
that
film.
he just is like a DEA
regular-ass
or whatever.
lawyer.
It's just the
I
prosecutor guy.
Someone spills acid on his fucking face during Joker's trial, and that's how he becomes a Joker at the end of the film or some shit.
You mean Two-Face? That's how
I
he
think so.
becomes Two-Face.
I think they're gonna make. I think they're gonna
That's
start building.
mad story.
They gotta
though.
start building other people in that. If they're gonna keep using that
They're
universe.
gonna use that universe. You think?
Or do you think that's it? Second and then they're done.
Nah, you know.
Because I thought originally that first movie was supposed to be one and done. Right?
I'm about to violate. I just hope that if we do get more movies, because it's at the end of Joker 1, it's like, oh, this guy's just insane. He's in an insane asylum or whatever.
And then he kills his therapist like
an
asshole.
Yeah. I just hope it's just a bunch of movies about
how he's
people,
just been stuck in there.
No, people who think they're like supervillains, but they're just
mentally,
they're just mental patients.
That shit would be so. Like at the end, he's just been stuck in a room and hasn't done shit.
A padded wall.
I'm so sorry. Then his girlfriend Harley Quinn is just his doctor behind the thing. Like,
behind the thing.
Arthur. So it's been 3 years.
I know, babe. Happy anniversary.
Oh man, I don't know, man. We'll see.
But yeah,
I'll see. I guess I'm thinking they're gonna make them.
I think I'm gonna like all the
we
movies that
fucking
come out
tangent
year.
like crazy. We talk about Deadpool.
I know.
Why are we at DC?
We made sick transitions though.
I guess
You didn't see me hitting. Speaking of this, speaking of that,
But
I just kept changing the conversation. Now you want to go back?
we gotta
you
go
wanna
back.
I feel like we gotta move on.
No, we gotta finish
We gotta
talking about this.
go.
We gotta finish talking about this film, bro.
I thought we weren't doing a good job at it.
I feel like I was giving all my opinions. He wasn't giving none. What do you think about the actor?
Who actor?
Like the two actors that did their film, they're old now. But this was
Ryan
their
Reynolds
last.
and
or
Hugh Jackman?
I guess even Hugh, because at the end of Ryan,
He was
Deadpool
fucking
asks,
ripped.
Yeah, crazy.
Hugh
ripped.
Jackman, yo,
Huge Jackman.
He was on
okay?
he was on the same steroids he was for fucking.
Because
for
goddamn,
X-Men, bro.
No,
he was
whatever
ripped.
one he was the most ripped. I feel like he passed it,
He
and
passed
he's
it,
the oldest
for
he's
sure.
ever been. But
No,
in the
that's
film,
crazy.
Ryan asks him like, "Oh, you down to do more?" And he's like, "Nope, I'm done." He's like, "This is it," and he walks off. And I'm like, "So is he done?" But then they give us, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what they're doing, honestly. But I liked Hugh Jackman's not so serious but serious
Portrayal
attitude.
of Wolverine.
It's like it's got all the seriousness that you know from Wolverine.
Yep, exactly.
But
from
I
all the
feel
old
like
ones.
I feel like you got some of the goofiness from the new X-Men, like the animated one, because he was type goofy sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
The goofiest one was comic accurate Wolverine.
Oh my god!
Oh
bro.
my goodness!
That was funny as shit.
They
Bro.
did him crazy.
He looked so crazy too.
In
He
real
didn't
life,
look even proportionate to.
because that's how he's like 3-something in the comics. So when they did that, I was like, "There's no way." And he was hairy as hell.
He was
just
hairy
like he
as
was
hell.
in the comics.
That was funny as shit, bro.
So yeah, I think
What else? I don't know. I don't want to go into.
we want to talk about
crazy.
action. How were the action scenes, the fight
Okay,
scenes?
there was a lot of group fight scenes that I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of. I was like, who do I want to pay attention to in this
Do you
part?
think it's because of how shitty? By the way, shitty seeds. But hey, we worked with what we had.
No. I think you needed to make a choice on who you wanted to fight. Like, there's group fight scenes, and you're like, who do I want to pay attention to? Do I want to pay attention with Wolverine?
Well,
or
I know
Deadpool,
exactly
or
which fight
anybody
you're
else?
talking
Yeah.
about.
So,
At that fight, I lost one, and I was like, I'm gonna just focus on the one that I can actually be able to tell which is who.
not even that one. Not even that far. I'm
That's
talking about
the only
I'm
fight
talking
that I
about
was
the
like-
one before that one, when it's
In the
the end game,
Yeah.
fight, and I was like, who do I want to pay attention to? Who do
I
I think
was looking at everybody.
is gonna have the coolest
They all had
sequence
some
of
cool stuff.
fights?
That's why I want to go rewatch this film just to rewatch a lot of those scenes.
Yeah, it is
and
a
look at
very
a different character.
rewatchable scene because even the one that you were talking about, that fight, I was like, damn. I'm trying to focus on our Deadpool, and I felt like I was following him, I was tracking him pretty good.
I lost him.
I could tell.
I lost him a few times.
You were like,
in
which
that
one is
fight.
that one? I'm like, he's right there.
I
And
lost him a few times, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just focus on Wolverine.
I feel-
he's wearing yellow,
He is wearing yellow.
and all of the other. I'm colorblind. by the
Bright
way.
yellow, too.
I'm colorblind, and red's really hard for me to see. So it's a lot of
Damn, you're
really,
colorblind?
yeah. It's a lot of weird, like in between greens and
Yeah.
reds and grays. It's really hard for me to see. And when there's that many red fucking characters on screen, I was like, I'm gonna just follow the yellow one because
Damn.
I don't know who's who or what's
How
happening.
do you enjoy shit being colorblind? That's so crazy to me. Like, it's gray.
It's not really gray.
I know,
it's
but
like
green.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
like in that weird,
that's
nasty shade
that's
color.
because it was bad red.
Yeah,
and not even the same color.
I'm red and green colorblind, so a lot of those colors are really murky to me.
It's not even the same. It wasn't even the same red. Like, some of the suits were darker. Like the
But I
Fox
still like the
ones.
suit. The suit looks sick. Which,
The
by
suit
the
was
way,
sick.
speaking of, our cups are in the background. I don't know if we pointed it out.
You can see it.
Shout out
Right there.
AMC. I'm a stub member and a stockholder. These are really nice quality cups. They feel like I felt like this is what they would be wearing.
This is the suit. This
Like
is the
they're-
actual
they're
suit
like
material, I
weird-
think.
Yeah. It feels like it's what the cups were made of, and it's sick. Oh, we never even brought it up. So in all the trailers, Wolverine does not wear his iconic mask, right? And I thought for sure, I was like, it's just for promotion. They're probably never gonna put the mask on. I was like, they're just gonna have it in the background, show that he at least wore the mask at least one time, but it's just for toys. They won't put him in the mask. Yeah. Because for whatever reason, right?
I didn't know it was a hood.
It was fucking sick when he put it on, though.
Yeah.
He said, "Yunk," and I was like, "No way, they did it, bro! They give him the mask."
There was some clouds. There was some claps for that, and there were a lot of clap. There was a lot of clapping in the movie.
You forget they're nerds,
but you can tell who's here with their friends and who's not, because when it was something super basic, mad loud claps. When it was something really fucking niche, and that you would geek out, next to me, and you could hear little tiny claps. So you could tell who's here with somebody and who came on their own.
I was the dumbass geeking out about everything on screen.
No, yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was like, and that was that, and that was it. I guessed a lot of cameos.
You did. You didn't guess that one cameo.
Which one? Give me a hint. Lady?
No.
Oh.
Guys, look away. Bleed.
Oh, no, I didn't. That was a surprise for real, I didn't know for what.
You know what's so funny? I
had no idea. Did you really?
I was like, guys, look away, and I kept the mic right here.
I think I held it away. I might have just held it to my face, too. I probably might have just... I thought I held it away.
I just looked at the sound waves, and there was a slight difference.
Listen, if you heard it, shut up.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. Don't talk about that. But I enjoyed this movie.
You know how earlier today, on our mini, I spoke about 2 actors I really don't fuck with, 2 white actors I really don't fuck with. Yo,
that was the craziest part about that.
Hey,
bro knew even before you stepping foot in the
fucking called it. I don't even know how I did it, but we did
that. Bro had to watch the movie early, bro.
I swear to God, I didn't. That was the first time I've ever seen that movie.
Bro, when I seen him on the screen, I was like,
there's no way they did this, bro.
That guy you hated, bro.
As my favorite X-Men character,
that is
I'm
crazy.
gonna shoot myself, bro. Like, you know how annoyed I was? I was like, there's no fucking way, bro. They did it.
Bro, I was like...
Hey, but as much as I don't like him, he did good as...
He did good.
He did good as that character, bro.
That shit was funny as shit. Bro was speaking in another
tongues.
language.
Yeah, I was even Deborah was like, bro... Who taught him? Where's the dialect coach? Bring him in here. Because what is he saying? He's like, we're losing important stuff.
He's like, exposition. We're losing key exposition here.
Because even in the X-Men show, remember?
His
that's
accent
how
was
Gambit
pretty
speaks.
big.
He's very, I just spoiled it. I said it. Whatever, I don't give a shit. Stop listening at this point.
Not even, we'll just keep going. But what was I going to say? It is something that I feel like, if that movie was for that person was made at that time back then, that's probably what it would have sounded like.
It would have failed.
That's probably what it would have sounded like, though.
It would have done so bad if they really... That suit, though, comic accurate.
It is comic accurate.
They didn't look good on him, though.
His head was too fat.
Yeah. He's too wide, dog, to be Gambit. Gambit has always been a slender dude. He's wide. He's double wide body, dog. He's built to be playing like Mr. Sinister and like big niggas like Cable and shit. And he was playing...
I think because you mentioned the point that this was made during the writer's strike or like just around that period, since this was so long ago, because he doesn't look like that. He's in some trailers for some new movies, and
he don't look like that double wide.
He's pretty skinny now, and he shaved his hair off. He's got like a buzz cut.
He don't look good in this film.
That's probably COVID body. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably quarantine.
Everyone else looked that one cameo that I didn't know who it was. He looked fantastic. For how old he is? How old that motherfucker is. That man looked fantastic.
He does. And he had that little bit of gray that signifies that he's a little older, but
he looked good.
He did look good.
I like that they referenced the fact that Ryan Reynolds has been in those movies.
Yeah,
he was like a lot of those movies. He was like good to see you again. He's like not good to see you. Like and they're basically talking about how they didn't get along when they filmed that movie. Which is why I was like, there's no way he'll be in this film because they hated each other when they filmed Blade Trinity. I just said who it was again. Oh my God, bro. I'm a mess.
You are a mess.
I'm a mess.
That's why I shifted the conversation
away. I can't say shit without spoiling shit, bro.
I got us off of this topic.
Fuck.
To save that.
Just because I was talking about they beef. Whatever. They had real life beef. And it's crazy that they put it aside for this. That was cool to see.
That was cool. Other than that, I had a good time.
Me too.
I was dying the whole time.
Why?
That shit was funny.
Oh,
Like,
I
I
think
was-
like dying, like you had to do.
Oh,
Like,
no. You probably.
no. I was chilling until like credit scene. Credit scene. I was about to explode. I was about to pee myself.
Yeah, it was so funny because Ryan Reynolds makes it a point, like, "Oh, hey, we're starting to pick up the pace here."
Yeah, and right there he's like, "I'm so sorry, guys. This is really the end now." Basically, he's like, "This is really about to end." He's like, "No worries."
That was good.
Because the
That was
movie's like
pretty
2
good.
hours and some change,
17
right?
minutes long or some shit like that.
But hey,
I would recommend
I
it.
would watch another. That's one of them. Like Dune, log 2 hours.
Would not watch that.
You feel the 2 hours when you watch Dune 2. I'll tell you that much. I did not feel the 2 hours while watching Deadpool 2 or Deadpool and Wolverine, whatever the fuck it was.
I did not.
I didn't feel it.
either. That was
Shit was going.
pacing.
Yeah,
pretty good. Yeah.
it was
Even when
going.
it was slower too.
Yeah.
And then he makes a point. Hey, this part's a little bit slow, but we're gonna
get through it.
Pick
Yeah.
it up. The beginning fight scene. You know,
What
where
did you think? Since I'm already spoiling shit,
Oh.
what did you think of Miss Jackie from Acolyte?
Oh, X-23
What did you think?
had no relevancy. Don't know. what
None,
that
really.
meant.
I love. She had that whole conversation with the little.
Yeah, I know.
At
She
the
had-
campfire.
Yeah, the campfire with Wolverine, but it
Yeah.
wasn't her Wolverine, and that's,
But it's
and
still
he
a
doesn't know.
Wolverine.
He doesn't know her at
And
all.
technically, that is his kid
DNA
now,
something.
because they brought her to the universe,
He
right?
did do
They
that.
did do that.
He did do that.
She was there. I'm down to see it though. I'm down to see a road trip movie with all three of
Wait,
them.
she's in that universe anyway.
Yes,
because
but
Logan.
way in the future when Logan's already dead.
Oh,
That's why he was like, "Damn it, why did you have to go die?" And now when I went to go get the skeleton, it's like you're really fucking dead and I can't even fix shit.
Yeah, so that was present day, no,
That's
for Deadpool,
for Deadpool present day.
because he's been dead for a while. It looks like because she's significantly older.
Correct, but when Logan dies in his timeline, it's way in the future where all the mutants have already been starting to die off, and that's why he's like slowly dying because his regenerative abilities aren't working, at least in the Logan film. So it's supposed to be the Fox universe, but way in the future where like they're starting to die off, and then they made a clone of him, which is X-23, to revive mutants or make them into weapons again. and
Make
stuff
mutants
like that.
great again.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he passes away at the end of the film. So
I saw.
And it's really good to see her back as a more adult version of X-23.
And she
What-
still had the shing.
Yeah, of course she always does. It's embedded in her, just like Wolverine.
I thought that
I
was
wanted
cool.
to see her do more though. I think the only time we see her fight, like during that big brawl, I was trying to find her. I couldn't see her, and they
Well-
didn't give her own like special. You know how like
Yeah,
each
she
character
didn't-
got her own special thing.
Yeah, she didn't get.
She
one.
didn't. Besides like when she fought Juggernaut, but they didn't even. They cut away from that.
They did cut away from that. She just sliced
She
his legs.
murked his ass, but they
Did him dirt.
Yeah, she sliced his ankles and then murked him, and then they cut away.
They cut away. I mean, she had this one scene when they had to deliver that special thing.
Yeah,
and then that's it.
yeah,
that's
but
all
that
it was.
Why they should have left her out? They
They-
just dragged her away and then she threw the backpack
They
and then
did.
that's it. Boom, gone.
Gone.
And I thought she died 'cause
I
the
thought
big-
she died because that
'cause
big
the big
that's
thing came,
s-
yeah.
that big snake guy.
And everybody else, how the fuck did she get out? Is it because she's a Wolverine?
No, because you're not supposed to come back. You just said that earlier.
That's
When
what
you
I'm saying.
I don't know. Maybe maybe she hitched a ride with fucking what's her name, Casanova.
Casanova. I like her. I liked her as a villain, bro.
She was good.
I want to see her go up against her brother
Oh,
if they ever do it.
I don't think they
let
will
her
do
face
it.
off, bro. She hates her brother in the comic books. Like she literally wants to destroy everything just to kill her brother. She
That's
don't
actually
like that nigga.
kind of crazy. Because why does
So that's why-
everybody gotta suffer because you don't like your brother?
Well,
Period.
true.
True.
That is very true.
All right. Deadpool talk over.
Okay.
It's been 40 minutes, Fabrian.
Okay.
All right. Pull out your little notes. Let's talk about one of the things because
One?
well, I was just saying one as a word, but because we have been on summer vacation and we've been doing Phineas and Ferb activities.
Okay. These are all the ones I
Okay,
have.
so we talked
You pick-
about.
you pick one.
We could talk about. Let's talk about the 4th of July fight on the patio.
Okay.
That was quite
on 4th of July.
That was the beginning of the month. So it's currently recording on July 25th. We're trying to get this out by July 27th. So tell me about the 4th of July.
Okay. So, as many of you guys know,
Break it
I
down.
work at a restaurant.
Boom.
Wow. Very exciting. And in this restaurant, we have outdoor seating, right, where there is a patio. We are on a boardwalk, and there's beautiful water. It's gross.
Stinky water.
It's stinky Hudson water. But, hey,
It's water.
people love to sit by the water. All right, and during July 4th, we were stupid busy. People were coming in from like we don't take reservations for outdoors. It's always walk-in. So people were coming in super early.
Yeah.
Trying to sit out there all night, and I'd be like, no, 2-hour limit. You can't do that. Blah blah blah. So when the fireworks started, right, everybody and their mother started just like coming to this boardwalk because the boardwalk is public, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's also
But the seating isn't.
yeah,
public.
but the seating and all this other stuff is for all the restaurants that are on this boardwalk. And so all these people walked up to see the fireworks, and they're like hovering over this one of my tables, and it was these young like teenager kids going at it with this old man who was like in his 60s, at the table. The old man was like, "Can you guys back up, please? Like, I'm trying to eat here." And they're like, "Yo, shut the fuck up!" Blah, 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 blah. We're trying to watch the fireworks, right? And he's like, "Guys, like, I'm just asking you to back up. Like, why are you guys being so aggressive or whatever?" And they started going at it, and then like I'm not even there. I'm like running around trying to serve because it's busy as hell. And they start going at it, and the kid's like, "Oh, I'll fuck you up, faggot." I'm like, we're mad young. I'm like, you're mad young. I was like, why are we still using the F slur? Like, I thought we got rid of that.
Nope. Clearly not.
There's still young people using that, whatever. And then I had to gut him, and I was like, yo, back up. And I like pushed him. I was like, you need to move. Like, get the fuck out of my restaurant.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, my bad, dog. My bad, dog. He tried to like dab me up. He's like, I didn't mean nothing like that, you know? I'm just trying to. I'm like, go, like get out of here. Get. I had to break it up, and I was like, I was about to fight like two little kids for this old man. This old man, I felt so bad for him.
Oh, I thought he got
like
into actual scuffle.
No, I had to break it up. No actual fights. Not with me though. But yeah, that's what it was.
Well,
it was a little story.
Story time.
Yeah.
With Fabrian.
So I had to kick out those people. The owner was there with his family.
Word.
Yeah.
Dining, not even helping.
Yeah,
he couldn't
dining.
even put on his fucking apron.
Whoa, whoa.
No, guy. What are you doing?
Whoa.
You a leader that leads from the back.
Whoa.
Crazy. Giving your employees back shots is
He wasn't
work.
working. He was off shift that day.
He could have worked. He could have been like, guys, it's mad busy. I'll help you guys out because I'm a team player.
And and that was that day. So we could look ready. I'm gonna show you something real cool.
Check it out. We talked about a bunch of stuff too. Yeah, come on, hit the button. We talked about this too earlier. Bow.
We didn't talk. What?
We talked about that in a mini.
We did.
What the fuck is this?
Want to ask about it?
Oh, you talked about how you did that already.
I mean, barely.
All right, let's talk about the Dream Food Festival that you went to.
Oh.
That you invited me to, but I was in Baltimore. So Dream Food. So was it American Dream Mall?
No, I didn't invite you to that.
Yeah,
I invited you to the state fair at the.
I thought you invited me to this because you sent me this on Instagram. You sent me like a reel about it.
Oh, probably.
I thought that was an invite.
No, I was just showing you.
Damn, that wasn't an invite. I couldn't go anyway. I was in Baltimore.
So I went.
I couldn't go anyway.
The entry tickets were $16.
16? Oh, well,
16.
Of course it would suck.
$16. No, but you also it's just.
Oh,
entry.
you had to pay for food too.
Food, yeah.
Okay, so you went in there.
We went in, a bunch of food, like a food festival, a bunch of food trucks,
yeah,
things like that. I'm looking at like desserts, like pictures, trying to find which carts I want to go to. Every cart I went to, I don't think there was one thing that was worth the price or worth even going to the festival.
Dang.
There was like one drink that was really good, and then like one like honeycomb like ice cream thing. Everything else, bro, was bad.
What'd you get? What'd you end up buying? Or you didn't buy anything?
No, we bought a few things. I have a few fixtures. Hold on.
Fixtures. I got your fixture. I'm coming with you, dear Maria. Count me in.
So this is the drink that I got. Really
okay.
Good. The drink was good. We got like mochi brownies at one point too. They were kind of dog shit. The brownies weren't really brownies. They were just big balls of rice flour. So I get the mochi part, but not really the brownie part. There was no brownie part in that. It was just big ball of rice flour. Bad.
Damn.
Yuck.
0 out of 10.
0 out of 10.
Never do it again.
Then we got these they're called Loco Moco tacos.
Loco Moco.
From the Lomo truck.
Okay.
So Lomo is like, it's like Hawaiian like specialty food. Like there was like fried pork and like meat and all. Barely any meat on that motherfucker. Mostly chips.
They're probably running out of supplies.
But for what they're charging, dude, that's not cool.
What did they charge you?
I think I don't remember exact prices, but
$34.
I spent a lot of money on a lot of shit. Then there was this food truck with mac and cheese. And by the way, we had mac and cheese today. That mac and cheese we had today, a million times better.
We put the fries in there?
Cheaper too.
Put the fries in the mac and cheese?
So it was a food truck called like Mac Truck, whatever the fuck. It was sponsored by Food Network. This I was like, it has to be good. If it got all these sponsors and stickers and whatever. It was the most bland fucking. When I tell you no seasoning, nothing. The cheese didn't taste like anything, dog. It was a bacon mac and cheese. Damn. Dog shit. And I spent like $23 on it.
No way.
And the portion was like this small.
Like the fucking Chick-fil-A
Yeah,
portions?
yeah. Yep.
No way.
Bad.
What else do you waste your money on?
What else did I empanadas. There was some like specialty empanadas, like pizza empanada.
Yeah. Terrible.
They were okay.
Oh, damn.
Like the ones at the corner store that we had were better.
That's wild.
Right?
That's actually crazy.
That's
From
what I'm
the dark
saying.
sport event?
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
And I'm like, how the hell y'all hire all these food trucks from Jersey, like all the best food trucks from Jersey?
That's how you
for
know
not
Jersey
one
don't
of
got
them,
good eats.
No, they just
Jersey don't got
they
good
choose
eats.
the wrong-
Jersey, you
I
gonna
had
let
a
that
burger,
happen?
my guy. A burgers. I love burgers, bro.
Yeah, you do.
You don't fuck up a how you
can't
fuck
fuck
up
up a burger.
You can't fuck up an easily made smash burger. I love smash burgers.
Yeah. They
Right?
fucked it up?
That was the nastiest smash burger I've ever had in my life. I was like, what is this? They should have hired Bun and Dunn to be in this motherfucker. They make better
should
smash
get
burgers.
Bun and Dunn. Shout out to Bun and Dunn.
I was like, they make better smash burgers. What
The
is
time-
this? And I spent so much money on that smash burger.
That time that you and Muhammad made an episode and we got
Yeah.
Bun and Dunn afterwards, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I have never forgotten that burger since
It's
then.
that good.
I even got one for one of my friends because I had the
You was, like,
following
driving
week.
back?
I was driving back. I think we by the time it was when Governor's Ball was
Yeah.
happening, so I was picking somebody up, and then I brought them a burger, and they were like, "This is the best burger I've ever had."
I'm telling you, bro. Bun and Dunn go stupid. Hey, shout out Bun and
Shout
Dunn.
out Bun and Dunn. Shout out Moe's.
Shout out
Shout out Moe's. Shout out to
Shout
Moe's.
out
We ain't
Moe's.
eat you today, but we eat you next week or something.
We ate Fabrian's food. Fabrian Kitchen.
Yo,
today.
Fabrian cooked. Let me come on, guys,
Go ahead.
Zoom in,
Tell the
zoom
people.
in,
Tell the
zoom in real
people.
quick.
Tell the people.
bro. Somebody wifed this man.
Okay,
Somebody wifed this
okay.
man up, bro. You know how you sometimes when you get your food, you gotta put on a YouTube video or put on a show. You know, maybe scroll some TikTok.
I know what you're talking about.
right?
Yep,
you know,
I do that
you gotta
all the
you gotta
time.
get
All
into
the
like
time,
this
yep.
environment.
Yep, of course.
But tell me how, as soon as we started eating, there was barely any words
Just
said,
mouth
bro.
noises and-
Just eating this bacon, egg,
Yeah.
and cheese, everything bagel.
Yep.
Which, by the way, only $15.
We only spent $15 on two beautifully bigger than any bodega would have given you, dog.
For all the
Well,
ingredients,
all-
for
you
a
saw how
fresh
much
pack of
bacon?
bacon,
Yeah, all that bacon we put on
for
that
some
bitch.
cheese, Kobe shredded
Kobe
cheese.
Jack. Yeah, Kobe Jack.
And no, we didn't buy eggs. We bought
Eggs was already in the house.
The two bagels.
Yeah.
We bought 2 protein
There's
shakes.
some good bagels from
I got
a Liddy or whatever. the fuck
Lighties
you
or
call it.
whatever.
Lighty?
It's by your
They
gym.
got some good bagels.
Shout out to
bro.
Lighty. If you download the app, you could get some coupons.
steals?
Sponsored by Lighty.
By Lighty,
Hit
yeah.
us up. We'll record it in the fucking grocery store. But $15 for all that. We would have spent maybe like
Way
$15
more.
each for like a breakfast.
Yeah.
Like if you think
Anywhere
about it.
else. Yeah, because we've been to. Remember, like that one spot that and then that lady was getting beat in the front.
Oh yeah, that bagel place.
Yeah. How much did we spend that day?
We spent
And
like 30
those
cash.
were like two.
It was like $28.
Bacon, egg, and cheeses, yeah.
You also got one of those beet juices, and because when you were on your
We
beet
each
juice,
got-
I got a regular
I'm still on my
juice.
beat thing. Beets is good for you. It makes the heart pump. Yeah, it makes your heart pump. It's good for
guess.
the blood flow, dog.
But
we getting old.
We did call the police. I called the police.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
She asked me. She's like, "Call
Yeah.
the police." I was like, "Favorite, what did I do?"
I said, call the police.
I was like in deer in headlights. I was like, "What's going on here?"
Call the police.
He was beating her ass. He took her out the car, GTA style, started stomping her face. Bow, bow,
He lied.
bow. And she was like, "Call the police." Blah,
Lying
blah,
on his
blah,
ass. She
getting her
literally-
ass beat.
She was literally, they were yelling at each other.
He
Threw
threw
her
her
out the
shit
car.
out of the car.
Yeah.
He threw her
Well,
bag or
we already
something.
spoke about this. It's old, but yeah.
That
We
is
spent
old.
OD money on those 2 bagels, and we made 2 of them for cheaper that were better.
So
was
that goes to show you that you can have eating out quality for staying in
Hey,
price.
Like he said, wipe me up. I might not be the
Wife
brightest.
him up, but he
But,
knows
hey,
he knows his
I
way
could-
around
I
a
could-
kitchen. You know,
My hands work well.
he made some specially scrambled eggs,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty fire. The way he did on off the heat, lower and bring it down.
Okay,
Yeah, he's putting the cheese,
okay.
putting the cheese in it while it was still runny. He
Yes,
was
chef.
flipping that. Yo, he was. Season 19 of The Bear, it's gonna be Fabrian.
I wish, bro. I would love to be on that show.
You
Put me in,
put
please,
him in.
coach.
He's gonna get into an
I
altercation.
promise
with-
I'm only ugly on one side. If you record me on one side, I'm really pretty.
Bro, just get me at my angle.
Give me on my good side. They love me out there.
And he's kind of tall, so you don't
Nah,
gotta fake it.
I'm 5'11".
You don't gotta put like
I'm
5'7"
kinda
actors and make them look like they're 6 feet.
Did you know?
Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's like
He's
5'7"?
like 6. No, he's
Oh.
like 6 something. He's really tall.
Oh yeah.
That's why it never made sense for him to play
Be
Wolverine.
Yeah. Well, oh my God, there was this thing. What's the guy who plays Harry Potter?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe. It was a
I
clip.
thought they were gonna put him in the movie.
I thought so too
Because they forever were like, he's gonna be Wolverine. He's gonna be Wolverine. I was like, they're gonna give him a cameo, right? At least. They gave it to somebody else.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
I'm not gonna spoil that.
You're right.
That's really big.
That.
That's such a big one. I don't want to spoil that.
No,
one.
you're absolutely right. But Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman were talking about it on the TikTok I saw.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, okay, if Daniel Radcliffe can play
Wolverine,
could you play Harry Potter?
He's like, I don't think so. I'm too old.
And then he's like, yeah, I'd like to see a middle-aged Harry Potter,
like
play Quidditch.
And then nobody notices but Snape. I saw that clip.
That clip was fucking funny, bro. I like the advertising they did for the movie. It was a lot of like social media content. It was a lot of
merchandise,
commercials.
Shout out to who? I don't know if it was Ryan, because I don't think I've seen this much of a push for a film.
It has to be the Disney people.
You think it's Disney?
Yeah.
Because their other cups and shirts and merch and stuff for other films are not this good.
I think it's the Disney money behind it.
Because the controllers were well made. Like, everything that they worked with and made, like, products for this film doesn't seem like cheap cash grabs to me, which it usually is.
Yeah, it's usually a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But everything that I've seen that they've worked with...
Even these cups.
That's what I'm
saying, I told you,
bro.
The Furiosa cup I got earlier, like, I got it, like...
And that's from Disney.
I got it from...
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't know that.
Who owns the
But it was just a plastic cup. Like your typical... Instead of it being like
the one
matte,
we was drinking
it was
out
shiny. It was shiny. It was like a shiny cup.
Yeah. That's what I thought they was going to do. Like, give us a random ass shiny cup.
I use it to drink water, but it's not...
But this is going to be... Look how sick
that
drinking water from that one. At work, you bring that shit.
Grab them both.
Bringing this shit to work.
Give me my Wolverine one. We're going to show the camera for the one time. Ready? Just imagine. Look at these fire fucking cups. I know it shouldn't have taken an hour to talk about this.
And look, in the back it says the character's name. His says the Wolverine on it.
Yes, it does.
Mine says Deadpool.
And they gave us these toys. I thought they were just random toys they gave us.
It's like a little topper.
But it's a topper for your...
And you know what I just noticed?
What?
Baby Pool got little baby bottles for the guns instead of guns.
That's actually hilarious.
Cute as hell.
So we're going to put that
right
here.
Head Pool. You won't see it, basically. But
you can see Baby Pool. You like he's still like if you put it on your phone.
Kind of.
Again, marketing was great. The film that came out in the last year.
Do you want it to do well?
What?
Do you want it to break records, like other films have been?
They're gonna break. They're not. They may not break box office records, but they're gonna break merch records. They're gonna break merch records for sure. I need them to break these. Because we got this, and I'm not even that big of a fan. But
I'm
a
big Deadpool fan.
I was like, hey, I always
it's a sick cup.
Whenever I go to AMC, which is rarely, but I always like buying the promotion materials that they have, just because other movie theaters just don't do it.
They don't
just
care
like
enough.
that anymore. Like the Alamo barely does fucking. And if they do,
they might
it's like
start
$50
now because the Alamo got bought out by Sony. Now Sony got that big boy money.
They do have big boy money,
so they might start doing.
They're holding on to Spider-Man, so I need me a Spider-Man suit.
Oh my god, dude! They should. That'd be sick. That would be sick.
I'm telling you, I have all these creative ideas. Like earlier, I was saying I need a Venom movie in space. I need a symbiote to hit a fucking a ship or something.
Sick. We saw the trailer for it again.
Yeah, that was fire.
It was really good.
I'm excited.
I'm excited
for those movies. I'm excited for this. I'm telling you, they're gonna probably sell $1 billion in merch.
There was people walking in buying the merch.
No,
and walking
they
out.
bought a ticket.
Yep.
To buy
because there was you're right. There was so many empty seats,
bro. We were here breaking our necks.
It makes so much sense. And I was like, bro, when I bought a ticket, every seat was sold out. But there's so many empty seats. It's because people were buying tickets just to buy the merch
and resell it.
Yo, people are fucking scalpers.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Damn.
I think that's not gonna pay off because I feel like
there's
Disney is such a big company.
You forget how much of like comic book fans are stupid and they spend money on dumb shit.
I know, but I'm just saying. I feel like Disney anticipated this.
You think Disney made enough?
Because when we got there, the shelf that they had was barely full, and they kept restocking it to the same amount. Like as we were waiting, as the premium members kept going, they had mad shit. I know it's only the first day. And
it is the first. Yeah, that's what you got to. You forget that is the first day, and it's the first. It was the first day and first showing for that theater.
That theater was probably open at like 11.
But it was the first showing for Deadpool and Wolverine.
But I'm saying there's the girl that kept talking to me randomly while you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she already bought her cup, her fucking thing. She came in. She's like, it was a total. She was like, in total it's like $100 for the 2 cups and the 2 popcorn buckets. I was like, damn, that's crazy. And at that time, I was peak high. I was like, why are you talking to me right now? I'm like, do I look approachable to you? And she only started talking to me.
High. That was me in the car trying to find whatever. What did I go out there for?
I don't know.
My wallet.
Your wallet.
I
yeah.
was so high that I was like, bro, if you make it to the front before I get back,
I was like,
just ask him this.
And then you showed up like 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
But she was talking to me, and I think she has some kind of like disorder, and maybe she's like working on talking like to
With
people publicly.
Yeah.
Maybe like getting over something. So I engaged in her conversation because I was peak high, but I was like, okay, cool.
I get you.
I was like, oh, what did you get? Like, she's like, oh, I'm like, what time is your movie? Like, she's like 3:30. We're gonna watch it in 3D. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I was trying my best to absolutely be a chatterbox.
Hers was the second showing.
Yeah,
3:30.
3:30. But 3D, I actually feel like that movie
No.
would have been fire in 3D.
Not with our seats, breaking our necks. Hell no.
I'm saying in regular seats.
Yeah.
That probably would have been a fire.
When he did the whole.
Yeah, exactly. The whole beginning
clock.
sequence.
Oh my god. The clocking of the gun in 3D would have been
that would have been sick as
stupid.
fuck.
Deadpool was so cool, bro.
But she was talking to me, and I was like, what? My brain was processing things. And then she started talking to the girl in front of us. Oh, hey, I like your nails. She's like, thanks. And she didn't engage in conversation. I'm like, you're a bitch. I'm like, yo, clearly something is. She's trying to go work through something, and you're not contributing. You're not being a contributing member of society.
Some people don't want to be talked to, though.
She was ugly anyway. Those nails were dusty. Dusty
I don't like
nails.
To talk to people.
I'm like, she could have been like, yeah, thanks. I got them last week, or I got them a month ago. Clearly, because you were missing like 2 of them. Fucking bitch.
Damn. She pressed you the wrong way.
She did. I was like, talk to her. Because clearly I'm not talking anymore.
Well, maybe you should have.
Because Fabrian was there. Fabrian, you showed up and she started talking to me. Yeah. I was like,
damn, am I really? Dude, the people do not like my. I have the worst face. I have such a mean face.
You left, she instantly started talking.
Yeah.
And then you came back, she
stopped. That's what I'm saying. People must really think I'm such a mean person.
Bro,
yeah. They look at me and I'm like, they're like, that motherfucker no good.
He's bad. He's bad for people.
I'm a sweetheart. Just speak to me.
Allegedly.
I'm joking. Don't speak. I don't want to talk to me.
He never wants to talk to me. I don't like to talk to
me. I
wanted to talk to the person next to us at the gym, and you were like, I looked at your face. I'm like, damn, I don't want to.
You could. I would have walked away. You could speak to them.
I'm like, hey, that guy that just left, that's my boy, Fabrian.
Yeah,
yo, speaking of the gym, we did 315 on calf raises.
That shit hurt.
My calves hurt right now.
Yeah, that shit hurt.
I'm not going to lie to you. As the day progressed, I have gotten considerably more sore than I was earlier.
Yes.
But
definitely. Tomorrow's going to hurt a lot more.
It is. And I have to go to work at 9 tomorrow.
Me too. Oh, me too.
That's crazy. I got a mid-shift. That sucks.
I got it all day. I'm there all day.
Oh, you know what's crazy? I'm in charge this weekend. I'm the only manager on duty this weekend. So I'm about to abuse my power.
You shouldn't say that on the air.
I'm about to. They're like, oh, can I speak to your manager? I'm like, it's me, bitch.
I hit one of those ones.
I'm gonna do that. It's
that
me,
shit was fun.
bitch. I'm in charge.
I didn't think I'd ever get the chance, but when I hit it, it felt so good. I did it, motherfucker. I got the keys. I didn't think I'd ever get to be able to do it, but it felt good.
I'm in charge.
When they're like,
I'm the manager.
That lady was
now.
like, can I speak to the manager? I was like, you're speaking to him. And she was like, huh? I was like, uh-huh.
Yeah, bitch.
You're speaking to him. Go ahead and complain, because I'm not going to give you shit. It felt so good.
Damn, that's how I felt with the ugly nail girl.
It felt so good to do it.
So I'm in charge tomorrow and Saturday and
hopefully
Sunday.
You get the same thing where they're like, can I speak to the manager? And you're like,
damn.
Speaking to him.
I got to do all that shit.
You speaking to him.
They better have given my account privileges. I better be able to fucking do things.
How much points you think I'm going to get AMC?
You probably got like, what'd you spend? Like $2,000? You're probably going to get like $20.
Ridiculous.
$20 back. No, you probably
and
get like
popcorn.
That's how much points are?
I think so.
That's crazy. You want to know something crazy? You know how much? Let me pull up my Alamo. You know how we be
I can't even. My phone is a stand for the cups.
Talking about the Alamo a lot. Let me just show you my rewards.
How much
rewards I got? No. How much rewards I got? And keep in mind, my ticket history goes all the way back until March 14th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 movies since March 14th. And I have a grand total for victory reward points, 58 points.
Okay. Why is it so low?
I have no fucking idea.
How do you gain reward points if not by watching a movie?
If I click the victory rewards tab, it says so sad. You don't have any rewards. I don't have any rewards.
Damn.
And I've been to 27 movies since
Maybe you
March.
come to AMC. They treat you better.
There's an Alamo in my fucking backyard, pretty much. So
AMC treat you better. Stubless members, they treat you better.
so yeah, but I can only watch 3 movies a week. That's probably what I watch now.
Anything, right?
But
you watch more than 3 a week?
I do. Sometimes I
Dang.
do. When I don't be
Doing nothing else?
I don't be having dates planned, I'll be taking myself. $20 every time I watch.
do it, yeah.
You know,
Makes sense.
$5 to get all 3 of my seats, and then I spend maybe like 15 on like something to eat or drink or something. And I
Still
just
haven't had the
chill.
Animals food when I went.
Because we went
was full.
after we had Red
That
Lobster.
dog shit ass Red Lobster.
See, we shouldn't have done that. We should have ate at the Alamo.
We should have. I didn't know.
But you know,
I
you
thought Red
wanted,
Lobster was gonna. No, I didn't want it. I
Yes,
just
you
agreed
did.
to
You
it.
you didn't have to agree.
I agreed to it.
That's
'cause
the
our
problem.
Boy, listen, our boy can't eat certain things, right?
I know.
And I don't think the Alamo sells halal food, dog.
I
And he
don't-
said
if
I
we
can
asked-
eat seafood, and I was like, I feel bad. All right, let's eat seafood.
I don't even think he ate seafood. He probably
He didn't like it either.
He didn't like it. That sucked. And
We all hated it, but
that-
hey,
that
we
was
tried.
Trash. That was trash. Yeah, you did try, and we learned the hard way.
Yeah,
I sat there, looked at the menu. It was like for like 20 minutes, and
we
I
should
was
have
like,
walked out after that.
I didn't
We
know.
should have been like, nah, this ain't it.
Nah, but the biscuits.
The biscuits was good. The cheddar bay biscuits is
I
good.
had some. My sister made some meat from what's that? Asian H Mart.
Mm-hmm.
She made some meat from H Mart. She cracked open the biscuit, put it in the toaster a little bit, made a little biscuit sandwich with some H Mart meat. I was like, this shit is fire.
So you kept the biscuits?
Yeah, they were in my car when I dropped everybody off. So I took them shits upstairs.
I didn't know. That
We ordered a whole fresh batch of another biscuits just to take with us.
Nobody took them.
Nobody took them, but I took them home.
Okay.
I took them home, ate them
I was
the next
supposed
day.
to eat them during the movie theater.
You were
But I
supposed
was
to, but your
full.
mouth would have been mad dry. Hey, yo.
No, we could have gotten a drink.
No, we did get
We
drink
didn't order
water.
any- We didn't order
We
anything.
just got
at the
waters. We just got waters.
Alamo. I'm saying at the Alamo we didn't order.
I
shit.
know. We just had waters that day
Oh,
with lime or lemon.
yeah.
But we got to use the new recliners there, which are pretty cool. They don't recline as deep as the ones we had today. Felt like the front row seats really declined really
I
bad.
think that's on purpose.
I know, because you have to fucking
I
be
think
laying
they
down to watch
purposely
it.
Made those because the ones up there don't lean that much. That's why I was surprised. I was like, wait a minute.
That's what I was saying.
I was like, why these lean back so much?
They
None
lean
of the other ones do.
They lean back because you have
You
to
probably
be
have
fucking
to
laying
be
down
back-
to watch
back,
it.
Yeah, to watch the movie.
Bro, you finished your soda in the previews.
In the middle,
This
yeah, in the middle of
big ass
trailers.
soda, right?
It's basically a gallon of soda I drank.
And then you were like, yeah, I might have to go get another one. I'm like, you better go now because I feel like this Aliens trailer is gonna be the last one.
You made me rush for no reason. I got back and it was still on trailers.
No.
I got soda all over my white sneakers.
You got back and they were finishing this is
It's-
AMC
yeah,
experience.
The commercial with that white lady.
That white lady, yeah,
Yep.
Rachel Ray, whatever her name is.
That's the cook, the chef lady.
But that lady, I'm like, she gave her speech already. She
Yep.
did her little walk. She was doing that thing where the fucking AMC sign sparkles, and I was like, damn, Fabian, you really about to miss out the movie.
I didn't.
I felt so
I
sad.
didn't miss a second.
I was
didn't
like,
move,
damn, I
didn't
hope
look.
you don't miss this shit.
Even when I was eating like that.
no,
Looking
yeah,
up, I didn't want to
Matt,
miss.
me too.
I didn't want to miss a second of that
Me
movie,
too.
bro.
And it started off strong, and I
Yeah.
enjoyed myself. I feel like everybody else is gonna go enjoy themselves and they go finally
Please
watch this
go
movie.
Watch Deadpool, Wolverine.
I
Don't
mean,
listen to this
all the
until
real
I've watched
fans
it.
have probably already watched
already-
it.
yeah, you
By
think
this
so?
point, probably.
No, I think by like the end
No,
of
by
this
the
week.
time this releases, all the
Oh, by
real
which
fans,
is by the end of this
Saturday,
week, right? Yeah.
Saturday probably.
They've
yeah.
already watched it.
They're gonna
yeah.
watch it because today's Thursday. We were driving
'Cause I was
back.
speaking to a lot of people from work. I was like, I'm gonna watch it opening day, first showing. They're like, oh, I'm watching it the next day. I'm watching it the next day.
Yeah.
So a lot
That's
of
probably
people
when they
from
were
work
able
are
to
gonna-
buy
yeah.
tickets.
A lot of people from work are gonna watch it tomorrow.
Chris
and
has
stuff.
been wanting to go to the Alamo, but I opened up the Alamo app and
They don't got Deadpool
It's in
showings?
the biggest theater, and
We out. Let's
even
go.
the 10:30 screens. Look at that, 10 p.m. The biggest theater, the room they have,
all gone.
all gone.
You think they're doing the same thing as the MC though? They just buying the seats for the merch.
No, because the
They're not
Alamo
selling the
doesn't sell
merch?
merch.
They don't sell the Deadpool merch.
No, you could buy it online. What the Alamo is that you could buy a lot of things online.
Oh.
Yeah, and they ship it to your house, and it's cool stuff. But
sounds
speaking of the Alamo, they ghosted me when there was this horror movie that came out last year, and it had baby Princess Leia in it.
Yep.
Her actress.
Yeah.
She was in it. I thought it was cool.
Okay.
And they were like, "Hey, you won you liked and you tagged. You know how I tag you guys in a bunch of Alamo stuff
Yup.
to win free stuff or some C4 stuff. So I tagged you guys in this,
And you
and I
won?
won the poster for that movie. And they never sent it to me, and it's been like a year. They never sent me that
Yo,
shit.
fucking get him his fucking
Alamo,
poster.
send me my poster. It's supposed to be signed by Baby Princess Leia. And
It was supposed to be signed?
Yeah, it was supposed to be signed.
Oh, y'all fucked up. Give him my man his fucking
give me my
poster, bro.
poster, bro. Let me look. Let me go my DMs. Cause you know who be writing me back? Fuck it. C4 be replying back to my stories all the time. So I sent. Look at that. It says June 6, 2023. Hey there, you're one of our Boogeyman signed poster winners. Can you please send through your full name, email address, and mailing address to get your prize shipped? Thanks and congratulations. I sent them my information.
You got their Twitter?
No.
Screenshot it.
Look at that.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Screenshot that shit.
Bow.
Tag Alamo on Twitter. They gonna get back to
I'm gonna be loud as fuck.
You
I'm
better
like,
be.
yo,
You be like, y'all gypped me from my prize.
Y'all robbed me.
Yep.
Y'all robbed me. Because I told my sister about it. We enjoy that movie. Like, yo, we're gonna hang it up in your room. We're gonna get one of those frames that Fabrian be getting.
Poster frame.
Poster frame.
And it's signed. It would look nice.
It would look fire. It's my second signed poster. I got a Gabriel Iglesias poster that he gave me
Okay.
when I got
Is it framed?
No, it's not framed. It's actually in the back of my car.
Probably framed that.
It's in a D brand big ass envelope with all my other
at least
posters.
It's safe.
Yeah, it's in my car. You can steal it if you want. If you're a robber out there.
You shouldn't put that out in the world, bro. You'll get robbed.
Yo, you know what's crazy? When I was in Maryland visiting Malik, we went to this restaurant. I told you about the restaurant story earlier, right? I'm not going to say it here for privacy. But on the way home, we were walking back from the restaurant because it was only like a block or two away.
Yeah.
And we saw this poster of a fucking guy breaking into mad people's houses. And it's the same guy at every single one of those Ring camera photos. And I was like, damn, Malik, can I really be having this around here? Because before Malik's neighborhood, like maybe like 20 years ago, used to be the projects.
Yeah.
And then they
Gentrified.
the fuck out of it. Like to the point where they closed the school that was directly down the block.
Because they didn't want
They don't want
around.
nobody around, bro.
Damn.
And then when we were like 2 years ago, when his cousin was finishing the buying process, and we were driving around the neighborhood, she made a comment one day. She was like, I'm really glad they really made a lot of effort to clean up this neighborhood. And I was like, you know, they had to close this school that's right here, right? Like this big ass school. I'm telling you, it looked like, you know, in Zoe 101, how it's a big ass campus.
Yeah, like PCA.
Yeah, it looked like a PCA in the middle of Baltimore. It looked like it was maybe like 4 blocks
where did all those kids
wide.
go? What
I
school
don't
now
know.
they going to now?
I don't know, but they did eventually reopen it. But I don't know if it's the same. Kids
whatever.
in that
It's
in
now
that
the
school.
gentrified neighborhood.
I think so. Honestly, it might be like a preparatory school or something. I don't know.
Damn,
It still looks like from the outside. It looks like how it used to look, like a regular like public school for like
Yeah.
high school kids or something. But I'm hoping it's the same.
Have you
kid
spoken
demographics.
about Baltimore?
No, I think I tried to earlier.
You should. Tell
Anyway,
us
I had
about
fun.
Baltimore.
When I drove into Maryland, it was raining, and it looked like it was flooding, and I was like, I'm already halfway onto this highway. If I can't stop, right? Because what if it does flood and I'm like stuck in there? My car's fucked.
What if it falls?
So I went
the other one?
forward. I went into the storm.
Okay.
Because you know how they say cows do that? They go into the storm.
No.
And like horses, when it's raining,
Is
they
that
run
in
away.
Twister?
Yeah. No. They said that. Did you say that regularly?
They
Like
go into the storm.
like
I have a storm.
cows will see like a storm is coming, and they will just keep going on their path, and then they'll eventually get through it quicker because they're moving into it instead of like a horse who like runs away from it and they spend longer in the storm because they're trying to outrun a storm. Anyway, so I did the same thing. I was like, I'm gonna just keep driving. Everybody was driving mad slow. There's people who pulled over, and I was like, I hope you get home safe. But I was fucking just driving. Like, I had to sit really close to the fucking window so I could see the floor.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when you pass a bridge and it's storming like that way. Like, it stops for like a second, and you can see how bad it is.
Yeah.
And then you go right back into it, and I was like, damn.
Like when you get under a bridge and it's like all the noise stops, and then you get out, it's like, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
We got into Maryland pretty late. We got there at like 1 o'clock. I woke up at like 6. Went upstairs because I know that's the time. Like,
no gym tan laundry.
No, hell no, not that day. I tried. I honestly tried. To God, I tried to go that day.
Okay.
But my friend wasn't having it, and Malik had to go to work. So I wake up at 6. I hear somebody fee-fi-fo foaming upstairs because you could hear everybody's footsteps. Tell me how those loud ass footsteps were fucking Lena.
What was she doing up?
She was getting ready to go to work, moving back and forth. So I go up to the couch thinking it's Malik because I'm like, all right, Malik's about to leave the front door. So Lena starts walking out the door. I was like, hey. I was laying down on the orange couch, and she's like, yo, you scared the fuck out of me. I gave her a heart attack. I didn't mean it. But I told her, I was like, yeah, I was actually, when I heard you walking, because I thought it was Malik, I was walking up the stairs from the basement, and there's like a doorway that doesn't have a door.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
I was there. That was my room.
I know. I'm just painting a picture for the audience. So I'm at the top of the stairs, and I see her pass me. And I didn't want to say hello at that point because I felt like I was gonna scare the shit out of her if I said hello like randomly, like in the middle of the stairwell. Yeah. So I was like, I waited. I walked out to the couch, laid out on the couch, was vibing for a second, and then we chit chatted. We caught up a little bit, and then she went to work. And then Malik gets up finally, like an hour later. I had gone back downstairs already. I got back in the bed, and I was like, he's texting me. He's like, yo, you up? And I was like, yeah, I'm up. I'm about to come up right now. And I ran up, and we were hanging out while he was getting ready for work. Yeah. And then our friend eventually woke up, FaceTimed me, and then they were like, oh, is Malik awake? I'm like, yeah, I'll talk to him right now. And then they came up, and we vibed in his room for a little bit before he went to work. And then from there, Malik gave us an edible, and we popped the edible on an empty stomach, and we were just in his bed, just watching. First we watched Shrek, fire movie. Okay. Fire movie, and we were talking about it. I was like, see, Shrek is really down bad for her because he made a fucking animal balloon for her, for Fiona. Yeah. Out of a frog and like a snake. And I was like, that's love right there. And then when we went to this event later on, we were talking about Shrek, like a drunken conversation with Shrek about Shrek with Malik, and he's like in the conversation with us too. And I was like, in my head, rewatching the footage because I recorded it from my Ray-Ban glasses. I was like, no way, we would just have like a 20-minute conversation about Shrek. And then at some point, this girl passes us and then breaks her neck to hear us talk about Shrek. And I was like, and my friend brings up, you called it. You said that's love. And I was like, yeah, making animal balloons, that is love. That's the highest form of love. So we did that. We watched Total Drama Island for like an hour or two. OG, first season. So we started at episode 1. Yeah. And we were like, all right, cool, we're watching it. And then all of a sudden, we're by the dodgeball episode because we had fallen asleep, I think. Yeah. And those points, because the edible was pretty broad. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I was floored by that shit.
They usually are.
When you gave me an edible one day, remember we were recording and I could not. I'm like, bro, I got to stop recording. I can't do this. And I took a picture. I showed Malik that picture, very, very recently. And he's like, damn, you were fucked up. I was like, bro, I was looking in 2 directions. That was, oh, man. So it was kind of the similar levels to that edible, right?
Probably harder. Malik gets them really.
No. He's been pretty mild, pretty chill about it. Okay. Like I said, your shit today was pretty smooth. Like, I didn't have any hard time, like, smoking in it. But that edible, we were there, and we were recapping that. I was like, I feel like we had some conversations like in between our naps, and then fell back asleep, and then woke up, and then had another conversation. It's like, yeah, I vividly remember that happening like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, that's so funny because like that's not how we thought the day was gonna go. Yeah, we thought we're like, all right. I was planning on going to the gym, hanging out with Malik for lunch, like around that area, or maybe going to the gym with him during lunch because he does that now. But we didn't do none of that shit. We were fucking floored. Damn. And then the nighttime came, and we had to go to First Thursday, so it's like a concert. Yeah. And it's like the food festival that you went to. Ass food. You know it's gonna be ass food. I already know. That's my third First Thursday. Food? The food sucks. What? But the drink.
How does the food suck at a food festival? You gotta get their shit together.
I don't know how they do that either, because they'll be like fresh chips. Yeah. And then give me a bag of Lay's. Like, yo, we ran out. Yeah. I was like,
they'd be stale as shit. What? Like, what the fuck, bro?
So I did that. I had fun at that festival. It was the first time I got to drink and do other stuff. Yeah. Without having to drive, because Malik and Lena took turns driving. So Lena drove us there. So we were like doing our thing on the way there, and then Malik sobered up and then took us home. So we were doing that. I had so much fun. We went to 7-Eleven because it was 7-Eleven that day, and we got free slushies. And I feel like the promo this year wasn't free slushies. It was like buy a slushie for like 25 cents or something like that.
So you paid for them?
No, the girl held it down at the fucking 7-Eleven. I put everybody's shit. I put my number in, and because I have the rewards points, and then she just gave it. She just charged me the fucking pizzas that I bought. I bought like a 7-Eleven pizza. Yeah. Honestly, not the best pizza, but drunk and lit, I'm like, this is the best pizza I've had. Yeah. I was like, this is mad fire. But the next day,
stomach was hurting?
No, I was good. My friend went in the bathroom, right? And then, so I'm like hanging out with Malik. He's getting ready for it. And then they finally come up. I'm like, what the fuck? was like, "You been down there, man? Why Malik been left?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "Yeah, that pizza gave me diarrhea," and I started crying, bro. I'm like, "That's real. That's really real. They really be doing you. Be doing
gas
it.
stations do be giving you.
It be giving you
pizza.
diarrhea.
I had
Taco Bell.
I had
diarrhea.
Wawa pizza once, and it actually gave me diarrhea too.
Nah, Wawa pizza goes crazy. I would not buy pizza from Wawa.
I thought it was gonna be good.
I mean, I would try something once.
All the other stuff is pretty good.
Do something once.
But yeah, it gave me diarrhea too.
But I did that. That first day in Baltimore was so funny. I was
Glad you enjoyed
laughing, crying.
it.
Bro, we played Dead by Daylight because Malik said, "Bring your game." I'm like, "Bro, we're not gonna be playing games, but we played."
So you brought your
I
PlayStation?
brought my Xbox.
Oh.
I don't got PlayStation.
Yeah, I didn't play Switch.
We didn't play Switch.
Why didn't you bring the Switch?
Bro, he has his Switch. I
That's
brought
what
my
I'm saying.
controller. I brought everything. Oh, we did play
I could've
Switch
played
a little
Mario
bit. We
Kart.
played a little bit of
I was
Mario
playing-
Kart
yeah.
online. It wasn't too bad because we were fucking off the shizzy shits. We were in the moon. We were in the moon.
I get it.
And then we ordered insomnia cookies. Oh my god!
How are
Shout out to my friend.
Have you had crumble? Crumble cookies?
It might have been crumble cookies actually. I have no idea what kind of. It was one of those fucking like
Like fancy cookies, yeah.
trendy
I
cookies.
had crumble cookie. I thought it was pretty good. As much as people want to shit on it.
I mean,
I had an
insomnia
apple
cookies.
apple pie cookie.
Insomnia
It wasn't really. It was more like a cake, but hey, it was good as shit. It was a good cake.
We had some ice cream. Be More Licks. Went to Be More Licks again.
Ooh.
We went to DC actually, to the Alamo in DC, and
What movie?
that Alamo Long Legs is the day Trump got shot. We were watching Long Legs, and then
Trump got shot.
Trump got shot, and that's all we were talking about. I'm like, damn. So the point of that movie was the fact that Trump got shot,
Wow.
because I can't remember anything from the movie. And I was like, that's why I had to watch it a second time at least.
I still haven't watched. I want to see it. But you
I
said
don't
it was
know.
pretty bad.
Christian seemed to enjoy it. And then watching it for a third time, I definitely got to pick up a lot of other things that I wasn't focusing on the first couple of times. So I did enjoy it a third time.
Okay.
But I just feel like maybe you don't need 3 times to enjoy a movie, you know? Like, you don't need to watch it 3 times. I mean, I guess Deadpool's going to be the same thing, too. The more times you watch it,
But
the
I
more
already
things you'll
enjoyed it.
pick up
Yeah.
on it. Yeah. And the more you'll enjoy it.
For sure.
I was very confused for some of the plot of that movie. What else did I watch? Oh, yeah, and DC was fire. We went to this. There was like this little pride thing going on across the street, so we went in there and we just took some photos, like just hung out, you know, because we had the 3-hour free parking for the Alamo. So we were like, hey, let's just kill some time. Then we went to Be More Lakes right after. That was pretty good. And we got to see a bunch of cars on the highway, like Corvettes, Cybertrucks. So it was pretty fun thing to do. And then we came back the next day. So 76 hours in Maryland. 2 paid
Came
days
back
off.
home the next day?
Yeah, I actually came back home, and then I went right into work,
Damn.
right into a shift. And I was put into overtime,
tired?
and my boss was surprised. Like, hey, you went overtime last week? I was like, yeah, you scheduled me on that Sunday when I don't work ever on Sundays. That's my day
hate
off.
when I do that. Yeah.
I was like, you scheduled me because there was no manager that day, and you wanted a manager, and you didn't want to come in and your salary, so it wouldn't matter if you come in or not because you don't get paid by days. And he was like, oh, yeah, I forgot I did that. I was like, yeah, well, I wasn't going to let you know. I noticed 3 weeks ago you were going to do that. When I saw my schedule, I was like, yeah, I noticed you were going to do that, and I didn't say anything. I thought you did it on purpose. So that happened. I got a little bit extra that following week, which was good. That helped me pay a lot of bills that I needed to pay. So now, because I have another trip planned, August 2nd. So
to Be More?
No, to somewhere else. That's a secret, top secret information.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell you off podcast why. I think I may have briefly touched on it, but I don't want to say anything now. And that's happening. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I prepaid a lot of bills that would hit around that time. So now I don't got to really worry about it. I just got to worry about the gym membership that I pay for me and Malik. It's still going to come out that same day, but there's going to be a lot less.
What gym do you pay for?
LA Fitness. I'm telling you, LA Fitness has to have the most gyms
In the world?
outside of Planet Fitness.
For sure, yeah.
They have to have the most gyms. Every place that I've gone to
Has a LA?
and I needed to work out, I could use my LA Fitness membership. And when you break it down, realistically, if I wasn't paying for both of them, like it'd be like $35 a month. I get to bring 2 guests. Like I get to use all the facilities nationwide, no matter the quality of them. So, I think there's a lot of value of an LA Fitness membership. Of course, if you have to use that gym every single day, I would be annoyed. Luckily, I work at a gym, so I get to use the gym privately, because I open the gym, so I don't have to worry about that.
Anybody else, yeah.
So I just go in a little bit early, get my workout in, do my thing. So I'm enjoying that aspect, the privacy of my gym, and it is a little bit of a nicer gym. But I can't imagine going to LA Fitness
Have
every
you
single day now. Like,
brought anybody to work out with you at your gym? Yeah.
nobody has taken me up on my offer.
I'm down.
You live in bumfuck New Jersey.
Oh my god. Let me
Which
sleep
is-
over. I'll come over, sleep over. Work
How
out.
you gonna get back home? I gotta drop you back home. I gotta come pick you up, drop you to my house, then drop you back home.
What? No, I'm staying at your house.
I know, but I'm saying, but after
Eventually, yeah.
eventually bring
I
you
gotta
back.
come back home.
Not me.
Damn.
I'm not the queen
That's
from,
crazy.
from the Bronx like you had before. I'm not
Who?
gonna be able to do that. The queen that you had from
Oh.
the Bronx that would come pick you up, bring you
What the fuck
back.
you talking about?
You know who? You know what I'm talking about.
No idea.
Everybody knows about that, Fabrian. It's not a secret.
What are you talking about? No clue.
But yeah, I told Christian, I'm like, yo, come before work. Come at 5. I'll let you in. Don't worry about it. You're not going to pay nothing. He's like, nah, I don't want to do that. I told BJ, yo, you free on Saturday and Sundays? I know you are. Pull up to the gym and come get a workout. Da-da. Doesn't want to come in.
Why?
I told Muhammad, I'm like, Muhammad, you said you want to get back into it?
Yeah,
you
he
wanna
did.
I'm like, he hasn't come since he said that. I'm like, bro,
Damn.
just pull up. Come. I'll let you in for free. For free. I don't know how many people in this world are not going to take advantage of
I'll
that.
take the offer.
Because I found if it's a Saturday, nobody's going to say anything about that. Like, sure, you don't want to come in on a Monday. Maybe you're scared. You're like, oh, I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get in trouble. Whatever. But I'm telling you, Saturday, it's a good day. And I had recently somebody take advantage of my offer, and they came and they took a yoga class, and they liked it. So I was like, see, you didn't have to pay for that. You didn't have to pay the $50 a month it costs to come here, or the $55 or the $90 a month it costs. I'm like, you didn't have to pay any of that.
Yeah.
You just got this for free. Because I get to sign myself up for the class. And I hold a spot for them, you know? I'm like, I don't understand why we're not, as a society, taking advantage of free stuff.
Who knows, bro?
Who knows? That's my tangent. That's my... Speaking about my job, this guy fell down, and then I see him fall onto this machine, back first. Hits his back, and then falls down on the floor.
Is it like a treadmill?
No, it's just like it's like a skier. You know the boxers that use the skiers.
Yeah, I know
so it's that. So he was trying
Like
to.
where you like pull the thing. And
Yeah,
like
so
a
I
big
guess
fan.
so I guess he put his whole weight into it, thinking he could sustain that.
Yeah.
Then he falls down, and I go to the back because my assistant general manager is doing inventory. I'm like, yeah, Mr. So and so just fell, and then so we go check him out. We're standing over him. It's like a fucking movie, Fabrian. We're like, hey man, you took a big fall, and he's like regaining consciousness, basically.
Jesus.
He didn't knock himself out, but it felt like that. It felt like he
Yeah.
was just regaining his consciousness back. He's like, nah, man, it's all good sometimes. Sometimes my legs don't work. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Mr. So-and-so, what do you mean your legs don't work? He's like, yeah, sometimes they give out, but you know, it is what it is. Then we help him up. I pick up his stuff for him, his keys, phone and stuff. And then, we talk because I have to fill out an accident report. Like, I'm not really, like, talking to him to fill it out, but he's just there sitting. I'm like, hey, just take a seat right here. Get your composure. Like, we have to offer to call, like, the ambulance to check him out. I'm like, hey, do you want an ambulance call? He's like, no, I feel fine. I'm good. I fall all the time. And then he was telling me a story about how he was getting his tire changed by the police. And then just randomly, he started walking back to his car after they finished. He tripped, fell down into this patch of grass. Just fell down. And he was like, yeah, those boys helped me up. They cleaned me up a little bit. Like, yeah, but, sometimes I just fall down. And I'm like, the next day I see him, like, hey, Mr. So-and-so, how you feeling? Da, da, da. I was like, can I get an emergency contact for you? Because he didn't have one on his profile. I'm like, I need an emergency contact for you. I'd rather be safe than sorry, There's no offense to you, but like, I just want to have somebody we can contact just in case something happens to you. He's like, yeah, you could put down my partner, and he gives me her information or whatever. And I was like, I told my assistant general manager, I was like, yeah, I just got an emergency contact from Mr. So-and-so just in case we need it. He was like, I didn't even think about checking if he had an emergency contact. But he didn't. It was just blank. It had as a phone number, it was like 000000000. So I was like, yeah, we got to get that for him. And then he just, like, he showed me this picture of him in his prime. Like, he looked, how every famous bodybuilder has a workout partner?
Yeah.
And a lot of them are not known.
Yeah,
It's not like, oh, that's the guy, that's this guy. Instead, it's like, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger's workout partner, right?
Yeah.
This guy looked like he was somebody's workout partner.
He
I'm
was
like, he was jacked, like, to the
Yeah.
tits, like, huge.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, it's crazy just seeing that. And then
age.
It was so crazy,
Your
bro.
body betrays you as you age.
Even then, like the other day, I had this crazy ass like this like, oh, I'm probably a real person moment where it's like I felt bad for this guy that I see every day come in around the same time, 6 o'clock. And then he needs help pulling out his barcode on his phone, and his hand is shaking, like he's trying to touch something, and his hand is shaking. I was like, no way, guy! Like, you come here every day at 6 a.m. and then like within my 2 off days, like what happened? Mm-hmm. And that's just life. That's just life,
favorite. Like that, yeah.
You just one day you just not able to like to do the same shit you did yesterday, which is crazy, bro.
And you just sit there like, damn,
I really sat there and I was like affected by that. I was like, no,
it's worse when it's you in it, bro. Imagine being the guy. Like, damn, my hands used to not shake, and now I just got to deal with the fact that my hands shake.
I know, but I was still so like thrown off by it.
I hate it.
I was like, no way. This guy.
Exactly like, I get shaky hands when I'm anxious, so I can only imagine the constant
shake. Oh,
constant shake would fucking drive me wild, bro.
I always said, I was like, I wish I don't see past 60 something. But
same, bro.
I mean, I still say that now, but I hope that if
body.
I do, it's probably because I have a beautiful life and I want to live. I want to live past that. I have a beautiful family. I have a great like relationship with the family that I've created. But if not, and I'm just bitter by myself, and I'm fucking 90-something years old, when I die, I'm gonna have a conversation with God. I'm like, why did you keep me around that long?
Word.
If I wasn't happy, why
what
you made me?
Was you trying to make me learn?
You was just punishing me because I'm bitter and I'm by myself and I don't have a family. Like, I think that's fucked up. God's a cruel God. I just want to say that.
Sometimes.
I just want to say that.
Is.
Not all the
Old
time,
Testament.
but
Old Testament, he is kind of cruel.
He was fucking people up, and that's on.
Sometimes maybe that Old Testament come in.
That's on baby Jesus.
It is.
Wow, this episode's long, and I'm getting tired of
1:30.
talking. 1 hour and 25 minutes and 38 seconds and 972 milliseconds. But this was Idle Talk.
How you want to wrap it up?
I'm wrapping it up right now.
How you want to wrap it up?
We're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna finish it off.
We're gonna say.
I kind of want to talk about the Android thing.
What Android thing?
Amazon's Android thing.
Okay, hit us up. This was
not. Just hold it for the next. We can hold it for the next episode.
This was not.
We could hold it for the next episode.
This was an intermission.
We can hold it for the next. I promise it's not that important. It's just it's a cool little thing.
You know what? We'll pause it and we'll reset.
All right.
We'll talk about it, and maybe we might talk some Acolyte. We'll see. I hope you look forward to the next episode.
We didn't even talk about that.
No, we didn't.
I mean, barely. I mean, in the minute we kind of.
We talked about it in the car mostly.
Yeah, true.
Which we had some same opinions.
I like it.
We're going to hold off on that. We will see you on the next episode. Maybe 1 episode later, 2 episodes later, 3 episodes later.
Out,
we won't know. See you on
the other one
next
might come out before this one because...
No, this one I'm going to push out first for sure.
Okay.
And then the next one. Maybe. Okay. Depending if we shoot more.
If it doesn't get lost.
Peace.
Like it always does.
Peace. What do you mean like it always does?
Every time we do some recording, we lose it.
No, we've been good.
We do such good recordings.
We've been doing good so far.